It worked.
Oh yeah.
We could drive this home.
So today, Robby is in Milwaukee. And the last time Robby was in Milwaukee, we made something really, really cool. But I don't know what shape it's in anymore, and we didn't ever finish it. So today, we're gonna finish that. First, what we're doing is we're moving everything out of the shop so we can bring that project in. Actually, before we bring it in, we're gonna go find it and probably look at it because it's been rained on, snowed on, and we tried to cover it with a tarp, but the tarp I don't think worked. So we'll go check it out. It's much worse than I thought it was. Do you guys want to see what we're talking about?
Oh wait, there's wheels under there.
So this year we're rebuilding this. This time we have some help. We've got Sean and Colin, Hillbilly.
You've seen how far I got with just me and you.
But Sean and Colin, I think, could help us this time. Well,
So let's get this storage unit cleaned out and make it back into a car again.
I think we're just leaving it. Let's just go to the lumber store.
I love this group. First off, welcome to Milwaukee.
All right, so we made it to Pipeline 2024. So the guys are back at the shop, well, and Demri leading the way. Hopefully they can get that wood car built. We made it to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we've got so much cool stuff to check out here at the Milwaukee Pipeline. I'm excited to show you guys over 100 new products. Probably won't show you 100 products, but I'll show you all the stuff that pertains to the automotive stuff. And I got told they came out with a brand new DA sander for the collision industry, and I'm super excited. I'm the first collision technician to see this thing in real life. We're gonna show you guys.
So we should start with a frame.
A square frame.
Starting over. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that the wood out there we'll just leave out there because we're probably gonna use it.
Yeah, you draw the car.
Whoa.
But last time we
You're
had,
lying.
Not straight.
since Robby's out in Milwaukee, we decided this is gonna be the best way to power our wooden car.
Off to the wood store.
Yep.
Perfect.
But we only need wood. We have screws, and we're gonna use parts off the other car.
And make one good car. Now that we have more than just two minds doing it. So we need 12 2x4s. 12 2x4 Okay, so we'll go out, clean out the wood car 1.0, roll it around here so that way we can rob parts off of it that we need, like axles, tires, wheel bearings, to use on this car to get a reference on how wide we need. I can't believe this turned into a storage unit.
What happened?
There's a big wasp nest. I moved the bar and they all went. I got out of town real quick.
He's scared. He's scared.
I wish I would have got it.
Yeah, you were scared.
And she just stood there laughing as they're coming towards her.
His face.
Have you ever been stung by a wasp, Hillbilly?
Yeah, a lot.
All right, we're here at Pipeline 2024 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we have the brand new, all redesigned half-inch stubby with 550 foot-pounds of torque. This thing is absolutely insane. So we've got Calvin here. He's going to tell us a little bit about the differences between their old 250 foot-pound torque and their brand new 550. So what have you guys done that makes this one so much better?
Where we started back 6 years ago when we introduced this tool in 2018, it was the industry standard. It was the first ever cordless stubby impact wrench, eliminating pneumatic hassles. 6 years later, we're introducing the next gen solution that's going to deliver on performance, size, and speed, delivering 550 foot-pounds. We're going to be up to 2.5 pounds lighter than the competition. We're also going to deliver 50% faster speeds of removal. Now, you may be asking, how the heck are we doing that in the same 4.8 inch size frame? There's a couple key points and initiatives that our engineering took to overdrive the power and development of the solution. But we have our mechanisms here. This is the old generation, this is the new generation. We have 25% more mass in this mechanism to be able to deliver that 550 foot-pounds of torque. And we also have a new motor that's more power dense with an inboard integrated hull board that is going to promote more airflow to keep the tool cool and deliver the fastest removal speeds in the industry.
So you can see the back of this board is totally cut out for air movement. The brand new 550 foot-pounds of torque gun, you have air that actually goes all the way around the motor and disperses out the back. All right, so we have a competitor. We're gonna see which one is quicker.
So once it gets to 5, we're gonna start, and at 10, we're gonna stop.
Good luck.
At 20, we'll start to remove it.
That's crazy.
Time to start cutting this.
Ooh, going big.
And then we'll come and do that side, and then we can take a tape measure, corner to corner, and make sure it's square.
Yeah, we did that last time.
Did we?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think we just eyeballed it.
What are you doing?
They say if you heat up the screw, when it goes in, it doesn't crack it.
It cracked.
Yes, it did.
What did you think half of 96 was?
48.
You did not think that. You said 30? 32. What's 32 plus 32?
96. Where'd you guys go to school at? Obviously a different school than me.
Wait, are you doing center?
Yeah.
And then I see we do split it. 3, so one there, one there, and one there. This thing's gonna look like it skipped leg day because the back wheels are gonna be in so far. That's what I'm saying. If we can keep it and we'll figure out the front, we'll only have it that wide. Then with 2 people sitting side by side, it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's why I said 4 feet.
All right, so we are checking out the new tool storage system with pack outs for the automotive industry. Has all your sockets, SAE and metric. You've got drivers, you've got impact sockets, you got your ratchets, your extensions, picks, and you have wrenches and other stuff in the bottom. I can see one of these in my shop.
Yeah, we've launched a ton of mechanics hand tools over the last 6 years. Our pack out category has really taken off. One of the most common requests we get are for these master sets in pack out.
So this is your master.
This is our master mechanics set. 366 pieces. You get 3 of the drawer stacks plus the dolly on the master set. Each of these drawer stacks is also available individually. So if you just need your socket sets, you can get that. EVA high contrast foam on the upper layer, and then it's reinforced by a hard, durable molded tray, making it easy to lift in and out of the drawers or just take around the shop with you if you need to be more mobile. Separated out by metric in one drawer, standard in the other. You got your 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive sockets, your non-ratcheting combination wrenches in metric and standard, and then your ratcheting. Saw you playing around with our ratcheting wrenches. 144 teeth. Really nice and fine. 2.5 degrees of arc swing. Really giving you the best access in those super tight spaces.
It's even got the lock.
Yes, it does.
So you can lock people out with an actual padlock.
Yeah, these are going to be shipping first thing next year. So
awesome.
Keep your eye out for them. We're excited.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm just gonna get this cotter pin out because we're gonna change. What is this?
The axle.
The axle, because it's too short and we're gonna get longer. Just like that.
Okay, now I'm cutting the braces. Mark center on that, which is going to be 2 foot.
Hillbilly's friend came back to say hello. Okay, so I'd seen this. We got a wasp. We're gonna catch it. We're gonna stick it in the Dippin' Dots freezer just for like a second because it's really cold in there. We don't want to freeze it, but it'll make it really stiff. And then we'll open it up. We'll get Hillbilly, get some string, tie string around, not around the wings, but just kind of around the waist. And then we'll get some heat to it and it'll wake up and fly away, and then we can fly it like a kite. So let's just hope I don't get stung.
What's the point of
What
that?
have you been watching?
Won't it like fly and get you? Like trying to sting you?
No, you hold it with the string away. Okay, we got it in here. Hopefully it's active. We'll kind of leave a little bit. Put it in here for a minute. Let's not forget about it. We gotta find some string. Hillbilly.
I don't know what he's thinking. He's gonna try walking a wasp more or less.
Flying a wasp.
What the heck is going on?
This is my string.
Where did you get that?
Sean had some, and I just broke it down to
Did
where.
you tell him what you were doing?
Yeah, he laughed at me. You're gonna get yourself stung.
Yeah, they can still sting when they're dead too, you know.
You
Yeah.
don't touch the stinger.
Oh.
On
Oh.
his back.
Oh no. Oh, you're gonna. You
I
have
got
some
tweezers.
Okay, you hold him.
Yeah, but don't crush him though. Oh,
Ooh.
he's active.
He's active.
We're gonna have to freeze him again. He's too active.
A few moments later.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Got he.
Okay.
You got it.
Now fly away, B. Now we gotta warm him up. Oh, oh, oh!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
He's flying. Don't cut his. Oh, oh, he's flying. He's flying. All right, I got carried away. I had my wasp kite, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna go let him go because now we kind of feel bad. Look at him take off. He's ready to go, so I'm gonna go let him go.
So tell me about this new light you guys came out with.
Yeah, so this is an M18 magnetic extendable boom light. Essentially, proper illumination for the automotive tradesman is a continuous struggle. A lot of lights they use have really poor magnets and lack reach and articulation. They're also lacking performance and durability. That's why we created this. Starting with the bottom, it has an incredibly strong magnetic.
Oh wow,
base.
it actually has a release handle.
Yeah.
Holy
so
cow.
It sticks to your metal surfaces really well. That's why we integrated the release mechanism into the handle. So it reduces that
That is
force
nice.
from about 200 pounds of hold strength to about 35 pounds. From the bottom of the base to the top of the light head, you have about 45.6 inches in total reach.
You can
It has-
manipulate it wherever you want.
Exactly. It's got 2 arms and 3 individual dual pivoting joints. So you can pivot and articulate the light exactly where you need it for whatever kind of work you're doing. The joints are very, very strong. So after years and years of use, no matter how many times you fold them and twist them, it's still gonna hold the light up. Moving to brightness, you get 2,500 lumens on high for 4.5 hours of runtime with the M18 5.0 battery. Medium is 1,500 lumens for 8 hours and low is 1,000 lumens for 12 hours of runtime. There's also a second power button on the base. So if you're a diesel tech on a creeper, need to pull out real quick, go on your brake. You have quick and easy access to the power button. You can go on your
Shut it
way.
off and take
Not
off.
have to worry about it. The last thing I want to show you about this is the storage aspect. So
Also,
with the strong magnet, you can collect a ton of rust and metal debris, which can really damage the side of your expensive toolbox. That's how you want to store it. That's why we created the rubber protected storage boot. It slides right on the bottom of the light, and it acts as a protective barrier, protecting your toolbox or whatever other surface that you're storing the tool on. This rubber is tear resistant and corrosion resistant as well. Durability and warranty of the tool, you got a 5-year warranty for the tool, limited lifetime warranty for the LEDs. It has an IP54 water and dust resistance rating. It can survive drops from up to 6.5 feet high. It's also resistant to your common automotive chemicals like gasoline, motor oil, and your brake fluid.
awesome. Well, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you think we should put the small sprocket here and the bigger one on the axle, or bigger one on this, smaller one on the axle?
I would do the small on the motor, like a motorcycle.
Okay, so we'll run to Hermanson's. We got it all, I hope. Sean is going to weld that 3 foot to the other 3 foot. We'll have a 6 foot wheelbase on the back. Okay, so while Sean's gonna weld the axle, we have to run back to Hermanson's equipment because we forgot a couple things. By the time we get back, he'll already have this welded.
A few moments later.
You got that done even before we left.
Yeah.
Next thing. Okay, so one of the things we have to get from Hermanson's is a sleeve that mimics this exact bearing that we can weld to the shaft and then weld to the rear tire. So that way, when you hit the gas, the axle doesn't just spin, it spins the tire as well. So we had Sean build a bracket or some way to mount the drill up to the car. And that's what he came up with, and I think it's gonna work perfect. But it'll go on like that, be welded to the rim. This one will weld to the axle, oh there. This one will be welded to the rim like that. This one will weld to the axle, and the axle will come all the way through and stick out this back side just so it doesn't have any of this play. And then you'll bolt it. And you hit the gas, and be gone.
Seems like this new pump works pretty well. I'm gonna have to get one for the JD square pipe in the back of the shop.
Okay, it's the next day, and to start the day off, we want to get these tires broke off the rims so Sean can weld these onto there, and we're not melting the tube because the rim's getting hot. Okay, so I got to pop the bearing out. I'm gonna pop inside one because the valve stem, where the valve stem goes there up the tube, is on the outside. So we're gonna pop this bearing out. There it is. Okay, Sean, leave it to you.
Oh, wow.
Okay, while Sean's out there getting those pieces welded onto the rim, we're gonna get this axle cut. Are they hot? They're hot. How hot's hot?
Touch them and find out.
Figuring out where these bearings are gonna ride, and then where the tires and all that's gonna ride. So we have a new thought. We're gonna put a 4x4, mount it to the bottom of this 2x4, the full length right here, and that's what we're gonna bolt those two to the bottom of that 4x4. So we'll run out and get the 4x4 real fast, and I'll be right back.
Well, this is way better than yours.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering.
That one's automotive. Mine's for wood, definitely. So that way you don't.
I spoke too soon.
Marking center of the between the two wheel wells, and then I measured the bearing from edge to edge is 5 inches. So I went 2.5 out, 2.5 out, and then the edge of the bearing will sit there. 'Cause center line is going to be hard to see doing it this way to make it easier. Sean's not going to like us too much after we're done with this wood car. This bracket was going to work perfect for just a 2x4, but since we added the 4x4 to move the bearings out so there's not so much stress on the bar, so now we have to have him build another one of these 5 inches wide. So let's go find Sean. You're going to hate us by the time this wood car's done.
Why?
I need a different one.
Why?
Because I need it 5 inches wide, center to center. Inside to inside.
5 inch too?
No. What was this? 2x3?
2x2.
Oh, I thought you bent it.
No, I cut it out.
Well, you want to bend one?
It's not gonna catch the metal,
I
and
think it is. Most definitely gonna catch the metal.
I would just barely bump it, and then we'll move it. Yeah. See.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely catch it.
Let's not do that.
Let's move it.
Looky, looky!
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you. Time to assemble or put these tires and tubes back on, so that way we can determine where we want to put these to weld them on the axle. There, right there.
We're literally just winging everything.
No, we're not winging it. We got fingered out.
I'm a little concerned about our steering.
Why?
The steering, I'm a little. We'll see how it goes.
I don't care what Hillbilly says, it did not work last time. Our wheels were, one wheel was going this way and the other wheel was going that way.
Well, that's just because we have to adjust them. They're adjustable, so we just got to adjust it to where they match. Well, I guess we could always mount it inside.
Oh, heck no.
Why? What's wrong with inside?
Where do we put our steering?
Right here. Bars are long enough to clear the. Look at that. See, that worked perfect.
The front end would want to tip.
But then it wouldn't look like we missed leg day on the back. Or we could do one. Have a 3-wheeler.
Just have it with forks, and then
Yeah. Steering figured out. All done.
it just tips. Like a 3-wheeler does.
We're trying to figure out steering. Unlike last time.
No. We're not trying to figure out the steering. We're trying to figure out the knuckle. That's before
Same
steering.
thing. Well, we're trying to figure out the wheels.
The front axle.
We don't want this going on. Well, look, because we're gonna have.
Or this.
So, correction, we haven't even got to the steering part yet.
No, that's bad.
Perfect.
Best wooden wheel mount I've ever seen.
We just got done doing a podcast for Max Built Off-Road. It was like an hour long. Super cool here at Pipeline. I'm overwhelmed with how much cool stuff is here, but I can't wait to show you guys. I just talked to Demri, and she's not sure if she can get that thing to steer, so hopefully they figured that out, but I have no idea. Oh, this place is so cool. If you guys don't love Milwaukee as much as me, then we can't be friends. Sorry. No, just kidding. We can be friends still. This place is awesome, and I cannot wait to show you guys the new dual action DA sander that they just came out on the M12 line. It is so awesome.
Getting pretty close to having the front tires done on it. We just have to make a run to Hermanson's Hardware. Go with those ones.
You always do us best. Thank you, Herman.
Since Colton likes to be Mr. Cool J and wears sunglasses, I better put mine on too.
Wait, where's mine?
Yeah, protected from the
Demri has
sun.
the coolest one.
Oh,
Boom.
don't know what these are for, but.
So I'm drilling a pilot hole, 1/4 inch, to go through this. Okay, now we can put the tires back on. Front's securely mounted. Tires are going on. Dunzo. And Sean got the new steering done. It's gonna sit like right in there-ish. So we'll have to shorten this one a little bit. Move this forward, oh crap, move it this way, right there. And then when we turn, everything clears.
Question is, I want to know, are you guys shaking your head by now? Did you shake your head at the first? Comment and let us know when you guys started either being like, oh man, what are they doing?
They definitely don't know what they're doing.
Or they don't know what they're doing, or share us on and say, oh yeah, they know what they're doing. Look at that steering though.
It's already looking like it will steer a lot better than last time. Last time we had, what did we even have last time? Some kind of wheels.
Lawnmower front wheel. A push mower.
6-inch.
Hillbilly's gonna weld steering column thing. I don't know what it is, and then it's the moment of truth. See if the steering actually works or not.
No, I'd say that's a weld. Build the whole thing in. Maybe we should take this whole thing over to Sean's station. Say, get that in there. He'll do it.
Think so?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Now what are you doing?
We gotta have this centered inside there,
Yeah.
but have it the 3 flats like a drill bit so that way those can lock on it.
Look.
Good.
Good luck.
That's what you're doing.
Good luck, buddy. You're gonna wobble like a.
Actually not bad.
Oh
We're in business, boys. Yeah, with it being geared.
I'm a little nervous.
I think it's gonna do a burnout.
Robbie's gonna love this.
All right, so we're here at Pipeline. All the other stuff is cool, but the coolest thing here is they actually did something for the collision guys like us. So they came out with 2 different DAs, which is a dual action sander. They've got a fine throw and a coarse throw. So we've got this one that's 3/32 and this one that's 3/16. What that means is the orbit on this one is a little bit bigger. This is gonna be for your body guys. This is gonna be for your paint finish guys. It's got an air attachment. And this guy right here knows all the ins and outs of these DAs, but last year at Pipeline, I asked them if they were gonna do this, and they'd already had it in the works. They just didn't want to tell me. So this year, all of a sudden they have DAs and they took all the credit. I'm just kidding. But you know what? I'll take it. Hey, at least they have one booth completely dedicated to just me.
Robby's booth. That's what it's called.
It literally should have said Robby's booth.
Yeah.
They didn't ask ahead of time, and I didn't give them permission, so it makes sense. So tell us a little bit about what went into the tools.
Yeah, I mean,
What makes these so great?
Yeah, so you guys are familiar with pneumatic in the shops, right? Tripping hazard, pressure hazards when, you know, guys are using other DAs or impacts in the shop, it's going to change the PSI, noise, vibration, you name it. You guys are familiar with those frustrations. So we heard you guys complain about it, and we're here to answer. So as you said, the 316 is really for that body tech, right? It's meant for removing the paint and the body filler. We recommend smaller areas of paint removal. It's mostly for that body filler and the shaping, right?
So this is going to be over on the body shop side. A painter would hate this because it's got a bigger throw. But the fine throw is going to be over in the paint shop.
Yep.
And it's a much finer sand. It's just, everything's better when you're paint prepping with this.
And something unique about the cordless option compared to the pneumatics is when you lower the RPMs, we're able to keep the torque within the tool so that the tool will keep spinning, even though you're at slower RPM, so you don't get the gel balls from the clear coat to create those pigtails. Yeah.
So here's something that sets them apart, and it's going to be an industry first. I have an entire drawer back at the shop in my toolbox that's just got little baby wrenches for taking these backing pads off. Check this out. So Milwaukee came out with this innovative built-in wrench.
Right.
See that? Look at that. Disengaged. You can change your backer. I never change my backers because I always lose the wrench. But now that they've got this built-in wrench, I'm gonna have no excuses but to buy every one of their backing pads every single month, because now this is a consumable product. Just kidding. But no, really, I never change them. I change them when they're completely destroyed because I can never find the wrench. But look at that. Pad is changed, got our paper on it. It's just too cool. I can't wait to get my hands on them. So, hey, have a nice day.
Okay, Sean's out there welding the bracket that's gonna go here that has one of these that's getting welded to it, and then we'll lag bolt the bracket down. So while he's building that bracket though, I'm gonna be building a chain.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sean.
Finally got the chain cut. Thing's gonna boogie.
Yeah, it is.
So fast. What is that called?
Sprocket.
So you're welding the sprocket so it doesn't work.
Yep. So it turns with the shaft no matter what.
It is getting so close. I think that we'll be able to drive it today. And Colton and Hillbilly think they're gonna control the gas, but that's me. I'm gonna do that.
Who's gonna steer?
You are, or Colton will. We're trying to put 4 of us in here.
Yeah.
So we need to see if it holds all the weight first.
And right off the get-go, we have to be wide open throttle.
Well, that's fine.
Okay. Just make sure we're on the same page on the throttle.
I'm going to show you guys an example. Like that. Then we can sit. Put our feet up here. Still want to go to Aspen?
Are you going for a ride, Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're cruising.
I'll see some burnout.
I guarantee it's going to burn out on this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The time has come. We're going to take it for the test drive before we get it all boxed in, just so if we have to change sprocket sizes or anything, we will be able to. So.
Oh, yeah. It looks legit already.
It's way better than before.
Let's get this pile of poo out of the road.
You can tell when Hillbilly's excited. He's up there.
Okay, let's go. Get on.
Put it in reverse. Let's back it out of here.
Put it in reverse.
Think we overheated it?
Just
Here, Tracy Sharp.
Turn it. Okay.
Back to the shop.
all right, the times came. Pipeline is getting over, but we saw so many cool tools. I can't wait to get all these tools in my hands and show you guys. I mean, Milwaukee is leading the industry and innovation. And they listen to us, which is the coolest part about it. I talked to them last year about the DA, and they had it this year. So I gave them about 3 or 4 more ideas, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see them again next year. Or I'm pretty sure we're going to see those ones next year. So I'm excited to come back, check it out. Anyway, let's get back to seeing if this car drives.
All right, we're running into a few issues, but we know one of the issues is the steering. It's a good setup. Well, I guess it's kind of a good setup, but we're going to extend a few things. I'll show you why. It's kind of like putting a pry bar on a wrench or something to get more of a, it's a lot easier to do. So we're going to extend these out, extend them out for a route here. So it's honestly like putting a pry bar on there. Because if I was trying to turn the wheel like that, it's a lot harder. But if I extended that out here, it'd be a lot easier. So we're going to move everything out here, move everything up here, and hopefully that will adjust the steering where it's not as hard.
Okay, so I got the steering arms lengthened. That should help with the steering a bunch.
All right, we think we got the steering. It's definitely a little better.
It'll get better once we brace this up. Because we're just so afraid that this is going to move because it's so flimsy right now because there's nothing holding up here. It's all down there. So once we stiffen this up, then we won't be so scared. And I bet it'll feel a lot better just by doing that because we can actually move it and put a little bit more pressure than what we can now. And it is tomorrow.
Good morning. It's the 3rd day working on the wood car. Last night me and Hillbilly stayed. Later, we upgraded a little bit. We extended these out 2 more inches than what they were. We still got to stabilize the steering column itself. But, I mean, it's still hard to turn, but we'll see. We'll see how it works. So what we're thinking on an impact, yes, when you're tightening up something, it stops, but it still sits and tries to make it turn. So we're wondering if once we get that speed, it will just keep us going. That's why you guys are here with us, to see if it works or not. We know probably a drill would work, but we want to go fast. It's wanting to move, but not as quick as we to take off. We don't want to overpower or burn up anything. So now the next step we're going to do is move to the sprocket gear ratio.
So we stuck the drill in place, stuck the shaft in, and look at the gap. Really bad gap. So we're gonna have to take these 2 screws out, right there, tap this plate down closer because there's a big gap below it, and I'm hoping that cures the uphill slant we have. Okay, so all we have to do now is just weld it on there, right there, and then whack, and we should be good to test it again.
So we're gonna try and move this piece closer to see if that will help it all with like this turning.
Sean, if this doesn't work, we're handing the drive over to you to figure out. We're struggling with it hard.
We're about to try an impact instead of the whole hog. Before we make a mount for this impact, we're gonna see if it works at all this time with the impact. What did you do?
Trying to friction weld this socket onto the shaft because it's spun the. So I was trying to friction weld it. Didn't work.
Okay, so the both of us on there, it's not gonna work. But check this out. I got a surprise for you guys. Just hold on. That's not helping at all. We gotta go from here to there, back here. Now I'm gonna zip tie the trigger and send you on your way.
I don't think Robby would approve of this scab work.
I don't approve of it either, but we gotta get this thing rolling.
It did roll. It vibrated the nut loose. I think this is our sign to just stop.
No! So far, the steering has broke. Our motor does not work. And Colton's putting batteries in without anybody on the wooden car.
I think we should just send it with nobody on there.
while they hit a car. It's not work.
So the impact has the power, not the speed.
Uh-huh.
All right, you guys, it's a new day. It's another day of trying to get our wooden car to run and drive. But this time I have a little bit different help. So far, we've taken all of this off, but can anyone guess who my help is? I'm gonna go show you.
All right, I'm obviously back from Milwaukee. I had a good time, but it appears to me as if they didn't have as good a time here as I had there. So they decided while I was gone that they were gonna build a battery operated go-kart, and it was just gonna be that simple. Everything was gonna be great. I'm here to make it work. Basically, I'm building what's called the jack shaft. The jack shaft's gonna come out of the whole hog.
Yeah, look what he did.
So I put this on the mill, I put this round, see that? And I made it hexagon. As you can see, it's even, so that's true. When you're trying to do something, resistance takes away power. And on a Milwaukee drill, it has a motor stop. When it feels resistance, it locks out. So if you have resistance or something's on a bind, it thinks that it's got a problem and it shuts itself down. We're gonna build some bearing plates, and look at that. It's gonna run on bearings because bearings have no resistance. So I've got to drill some holes, get these plates. These plates are going to be my adjustable bearing plates. Now, I already put this up in the lathe. Oh, we went and got my lathe. So our local Napa guy, his name is Mike Sharp, had this Shenway lathe sitting in his garage that he's not used in like 20 years. So he donated it to us. Check this out. So we now have a lathe. But one thing about the Shenway lathe is back in like the 1970s, they had a gear fail. So if anybody out there knows how to fix this gear or to get me a new one, this is the part. I either need to get the teeth fixed so that it can have low speed and do threads, or I just need to run it on high speed and never do threads. So anyway, if anybody knows anything about a Shenway model SW-900B, we need a gear. I clamped this up in my mill and I did 8 sides. So I made it a hexagon. And the reason for that is my chuck is going to be able to grab onto this and it's going to run true. So this bearing is 1 3/8 inches. I got my bearings in, I got my holes countersunk, got my reducers. Now we're gonna build us a jack shaft. Now this will push against, and this will push against, and we're gonna TIG weld those bushings. See, and once these are lined up, it'll be able to spin freely. So luckily I've demolition derbied for like the last 20 years. Here's this 3/4 inch solid steel steering shaft that I had out in my derby van. So we're gonna just take this entire shaft off. All right, we put this in the lathe and we turned the mill scale off. You can see I got a lot better on the second side. This one's a little choppy, but everything slides on. We left some mill scale in the middle because it doesn't matter. I just used the grinder, held it up there, got everything turned down. Anyway, let's go kind of build it all back up. All right, I've got all my spacing figured out as far as my gear and my bushings. So I'm gonna go get those TIG welded. All right, we got this welded, and I think that's gonna work. That'll spin true, no resistance. All right, I've got the chain. I got my jack shaft here all installed. I don't have it fully braced, but I've got it to where I can adjust the angle of my sprockets and tighten my chain. So we're gonna bust the chain off. I'm gonna use a 1/2 link master link, and this will be the correct length. We'll run it, we'll true this sprocket up, and we'll weld it. We got our 1/2 link in and our full link. It's all tightened up. Now check this out. Look at that. All right, I've got this trued up pretty good. Chain is running smooth. I'm gonna get the super hog all clamped up. Now, I don't think I explained it, but we had a normal whole hog and a super hog, and they put the normal whole hog, and it has a safety shut off. So the super hog has 2 gears, and in high gear, it does not have a safety kickback. We're banking on this working. She boogies. She boot scoots. All right, baroom. That's it. Woo! It worked!
It's going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no problem at all.
I'm gonna call this a win. Saddle up, partner. Let's see if she'll take both of us.
Oh god, she's torquey.
Oh yeah. It worked.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna go anywhere very fast.
I bet it climbs though, because
It
it's
does.
torquey.
That's what it's called, super hog. We could drive this home. We could really do some battery testing with this.
Yeah.
We got our Summit steering wheel.
Yeah.
I think so. Woo! Woo!
Oh, you're that's so
I'm
cool.
good. I'm a seasoned driver.
One success.
Saddle up, partner. We got room for one more. It's not even warm. All right, so we went ahead and picked Demri up.
Wow. It's like no issue at all.
We've got to take off kind of slow a little bit. What's the problem here? As soon as we get a throttle pedal hooked up, we'll be driving this all over town.
Heck yeah.
Hey, don't fall up. That's all I ask. Ooh. See if it climbs. All I gotta say is Milwaukee for the win. The real test. 3 of us uphill.
Oh yeah. No issue.
No issue. Like butter. Whoa! Sorry, I was easing into her. Oh, dude, it's not even getting hot. It's literally not even hot. Out for a rep. Oh, Terry!
Oh, you went a little too far.
We back her on up. All right, that's good. All that time and all that money, what did it get us? A super cool wooden go-kart powered by an 18-volt fuel Milwaukee Super Hog. That's the end. As always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.